Hey guys, what's up? It's Anime Weekly. Sorry for the inconsistency. I have to go to physical therapy for a back problem and my fingers have been acting up. But I'm here now, so yeah. So this is part 2 of what if Deku could cultivate. So in the last video, we ended on Deku beating everyone in the exam. So after the exam, Deku left the way and went home to his adoptive mother Inko. When he opened the door, she screamed, "Deku!" and hugged him. "It's been so long!" Deku, surprised since it was sudden, hugged her back and said, "I've been training hard now I can protect you." As they went inside and ate dinner. During the night, Deku went outside the house and started putting a protective array. And upon contact with anyone besides himself and Inko, the array would freeze and kill anyone under Lord's rank. And it would also teleport Inko away to a safe place. But if someone of Lord's rank or King's rank arrives, they could break the barrier and it would just make a protective barrier around Inko. And it would make it hard for people to walk. It basically increased the gravity for people above Lord's rank. After setting up the barrier, Deku went into the house and started cultivating. Next day, a letter in the mail arrived. As they opened it, they realized it was a CD. Once they played it, it showed a video of a laughing All Might. "Ha ha ha! Young hero, you've exceeded my hero exam score, and have scored first in the hero exam. You have proven yourself to be a worthy hero. You've been accepted into UA High." Deku simply gave a smirk and went to his room to cultivate. Not UA. As Deku walked into class 1A, everyone stared, and as he sat down, people started to gather around him to talk to him. "What's your quirk?" Deku, not trying to be discovered, lied and said, "Honestly, I'm still trying to figure that out." "Really? Well, your quirk is still amazing." "Thanks," as a girl tapped on his shoulder and said, "Hi, my name's Uraka. Thanks for saving me." "No problem." Baku, seeing Deku get all the attention, thought, "You damn snake. You've been hiding your power for years." While they were talking, a man in the yellow sleeping bag said, "Shut up. Put on your gym clothes and get outside. We're doing a fitness exam." "Who are you?" "I'm your homeroom teacher, Aizawa. Whoever fails gets expelled." As Aizawa's bloodlust filled the room, everyone except Deku was affected, with the rest of the class nervous and agitated, staring sheepishly at Aizawa. "Now get going," said Aizawa, as they quickly got ready for the physical exam. As the tests go on, Baku gets madder and madder, as Deku easily passes the test and consistently does better than him, in literally every test. Because up to this point, Baku always said Deku was an annoying kid who wasn't afraid of him, and seeing as how everyone gave him to Baku's god complex, he was the only one that really called him out for anything he did. And whenever Baku would try to fight him, he would simply look off and look the other way, at the distant gaze. So Baku always thought that he was better than him. So now to the ball throws. Baku, just like in the anime, throws it and gets 702.5 meters. Deku, barely trying, flicks the ball and gets 800 meters. Baku shouts, "You bastard! You're just trying to show off. Well, guess what? You'll never be better than me," as he launches himself towards Deku. Deku, perceiving his movements as slow, easily grabs Baku and throws him to the side, sending him tumbling. As Baku struggles to get back up, Aizawa binds him up and says, "Settle down or leave. I'm not going to tolerate your behavior, Baku." As Baku calms down and submits. After that, everybody goes home, and Deku goes home and cultivates. Now to the heroes versus villains. I'm just going to make the matchups the same in this match. Also, this is going to be Deku's hero costume because he doesn't require any suit upgrades or support devices. Now, as recovery says go, the match begins. Baku, even madder than the original, sprints towards Deku, accompanied by an angry Ida. Deku spread his clear around the buildings and felt Baku and Ida's presence, speeding towards him. Instead, Uraka stayed put, as Deku headed to confront them. Upon seeing Deku, Baku said, "Time to die, bastard," as he blasted himself towards Deku. Deku quickly grabbed his face midair and slammed him to the ground, knocking him unconscious. Ida, seeing that Baku was easily taken care of, started to retreat. Deku, seeing that he was trying to escape, used light transfer and appeared right behind him, and kicked him, sending him to a wall. Recovery Girl, seeing this, declared it his win. After the matches were over, the students went back to the class to view their match performance. Like football players were rewatching their game, or as it's called, film. After they were done, the students started to leave the class. As they were walking, Ura said, "Wow, Deku, you're so strong." "Yeah, I know. Are you doing anything after this?" "Yeah, it's my mom's birthday." "Oh really? Can I come?" "Yeah, sure." Suddenly the hallway was filled with an immense bloodlust, as the other girls were staring daggers at Uraka. "Girls, square up!" as the other girls surrounded Uraka, as she said, "Deku, go wait outside of school." "Okay," said Deku, as he walked away. As Uraka said, "Alright then, since you want to jump, let's go." As Uraka started fighting the other girls in the hallway, as Deku, nervous and scared, said to Iru, "Why is there so much bloodlust towards her?" "Look, Deku, sometimes when females are jealous, all you can do is run. This is a battle she must face alone." As Deku was walking away, all he can hear is, "Wait, no, don't pull, please, no!" "See, Deku, she's doing just fine. Let me just go back and check up on her." As he was going back, all he could hear was, "Girl, I'm coming for you." "Oh no, you better run. Oh no, you better run." "Yeah, that's what I thought. No, I'm take this. No, let me rip this off." Is this real? Oh no, you ain't running away. Give me a leave. Which caused him to turn around and run. After Uraka was finished, she came on and said, "You ready, Deku?" Deku nurse said, "Yeah, so what did you do to those girls?" "I just disciplined them a little, no biggie." As Deku said, "Oh, okay." In his mind he thought,
"Police! Police! Help! Police! Help! Police! Help! Help! Police! Help!"
but I heard screams. "Oh, you know, just a little cat fight." "You sure? It sounded pretty bad." "Did you say something?" As Deku said, "What? You know, whatever, let's go." "Okay," said Uraka as they walked home. As they were walking, Ira said, "There's a group of people tailing you. I know they're in Lord's Rank, but they're masking the Kui, so it's hard to detect them. They're all around you in a circle formation." "Oh, okay." As Deku said, "Uraka, sorry about this," as he grabbed her and held her up. As she thought, "Oh, is he going for the kiss?" He said, "Float," as he threw up into the air and said, "Heavenly Force," and sent large waves of ki around him, knocking down the attackers. As they got up, Deku used light transfer and got behind one of them and hit them. The others, seeing how fast Deku was, jumped up and sent their strongest Kui attacks toward him. Deku immediately grabbed a knocked out attacker and used him as a human shield. After the attacker's body was destroyed, Deku raised his hands in a blocking formation and said, "Michael's shield," as the giant avatar of Michael held up a shield absorbing the Ki attacks. As he then said, "Heavenly Rain," as the clouds formed, and as the clouds opened, giant golden Kui arrows descended upon the attackers, killing them. After that, Uraka descended down. "You alright?" she said. "I'm fine, let's go." As she got a call from her phone. Yeah, Deku, sorry, but I can't go. Something just came up." "Okay, we'll see you next time." As Deku and Uraka went their separate ways. While still on the phone, Uraka said, "Sorry, they failed to kill him. Where are you now?" "I'm heading back to the base." "Okay, good." As Deku arrived to his house and celebrated Inka's birthday. Next day at UA, as Deku entered the class, Uraka was talking to Suyu and the other girls in her class. "So how was your day with Deku?" "Well, it was cut short because we were attacked and my parents called me home." "Oh, so..." As Aizawa interrupted and said, "Quit your yapping. Get dressed in your hair costumes and follow me." As the class went to the USJ. As they were walking into the USJ, they were greeted by Class 1B. As Sekijiro, the Class 1B teacher, said, "What are you doing here, Aizawa?" "Training my students." "Well, this is our time." As 13 said, "It's fine, there's enough space for everybody." As 13 was explaining the USJ to the students, the villain started to appear. As Deku and all the other students were teleported away. Deku, being teleported to the water, immediately used half of his strength and kicked up, causing a giant wave of air power to boost himself up and cause the lake to split apart. Luckily, Tsuyu saved Mineta and some other 1B students. All the villains in the lake got crushed due to the air pressure. As Deku was landing, he noticed that the students were pretty much beating the villains because there were more students this time. As Deku landed, his uncle Iro said, "All Might and Aizawa are losing. And how is that my problem?" "They're gonna die." "Well, I'll remember to put a flower next to their caskets." "Aren't you a hero?" "Yeah, for the money." "Whatever, just go help them." "Fine." As Deku said, "Holy wings," as golden wings of Kui were on the back of Deku, as he jumped up and flew towards the Nomu at incredibly high speeds. As he was flying, the wings left a trail of golden dust. As it fell, every villain and hero alike were mesmerized as they saw him fly. As Deku landed, the Nomu stopped fighting All Might and went straight to Deku because it perceived him as the strongest. As the Nomu threw a punch at Deku, he grabbed its arm, spun it around, and slammed it on its head with one arm. Shigaraki, seeing that the Nomu was dead, said, "How did you know that it wasn't alive?" "I didn't," said Deku. "I'm gonna say that Twice was there." As the Nomu's body started to deteriorate and turned to a pile of dirt, as Shigaraki said, "That was just a clone, but we have more where that came from." As Kurogiri opened up multiple portals, and out from those portals came an army of Nomus. As Deku said, "Heavenly Rain," as giant golden Queros descended upon the army of Nomus and killed them all. As Shigaraki, scratching his throat, said, "Impossible." "How did you?" as Deku said. Those were some lame last words, as he was about to kill Shigaraki. As the Gate of Shadows appeared, and now set Izuku's brother and an army of cultivators. As he started clapping, well. If it isn't my older brother Izuku. "What do you want, Inzura?" "Don't worry, brother. I didn't come for you. I came to slaughter all the heroes, villains, and teachers here." As Inzura snapped his fingers, the evil cultivators started attacking and killing the students and heroes, mercilessly slaughtering all of Class 1B. As All Might, seeing the heads and arms flying, said, "Stop it!" and charged towards Indra with a 100% punch, as Indra simply grabbed All Might's fist, bent it backwards, and threw him on the ground, breaking his wrist and leaving his bone jolting at his arm. As All Might screamed in pain, Indra said, "Come on, All Might, you can't be this weak. They told me you had a health issue, but I didn't think you'd be this pitiful." As Indra powered up his leg with demonic Kui and was about to stomp on All Might's spine and kill him, when Deku used light transfer, got behind Indra and grabbed his arm. As Indra looked back and said, "If you don't want to die, I suggest you let go of my arm." As Deku said, "Why don't you go ahead and try to stop me?" As Deku flared his Kui, and a divine avatar of Michael appeared behind Deku. And as Indra flared his Kui, a demonic avatar of Wrath appeared behind him. As their auras were clashing at a standstill, everyone else in the USJ was affected, either being knocked out due to the sheer force or quaking under the Kui pressure. As Indra said, "Guess you want to die then." As Indra's body turned to a shadow and vanished. As Deku was looking for him, Iro said, "Above you." As Indra said, "Demonic slash of Wrath." As Indra formed a demonic sword and sent a wave of demonic Kui towards Deku. As the avatar of Wrath slammed its twin blades down on Deku. As Deku said, "Michael's shield," as he held up its arms in unblocking formation. As an avatar of Michael held up a shield, blocking Indra's attack. Also, if you don't understand what I mean by avatars, just think like a spirit, a manifestation of their Kui into a shape. As Indra with demonic wings still clashing with Deku's shield said, "You can't defend forever." As he boosted his avatar with Kui, making Wrath's sword bigger. As Deku was struggling to hold up the shield, he said, "You're right, and luckily I have a sword." As Deku's avatar pushed the blades off of the shield, then formed a giant flaming sword and slashed at Indra, knocking him back. As Indra crashed into a wall, he got up with blood on his mouth, wiped it off and said, "That was a good shot, but it'll be your last. Come over here and prove it then." "My pleasure." As Deku and Indra sprinted towards each other, each at full speed, Deku using light transfer and Indra using shadow transfer. Indra with his twin demonic blades, and Deku with his heavenly blade and shield. As they clashed, shockwaves were going through the USJ, with Deku deflecting and striking, and Indra parrying and striking. To the onlookers, it looked as if they were evenly matched, but to the other demonic cultivators, it was clear that Deku was stronger, and was just playing with his brother. Deku was already at King's Realm and was being boosted due to his bloodline because of protecting the students and teachers from his brother. So his cultivation base was boosted to the 2nd level of King's Realm. Deku said, "Look, it was fun catching up with you, brother, but it's time to end this." As Deku jumped back, flew in the air, and said, "Heavenly Rain." As giant golden Kui arrows started descending on the demonic cultivators, killing them. Indra, seeing the giant arrows, tried to slash as many of them as he could, but in the end he still got pierced on his right side, with a giant golden Kui arrow just barely missing his heart. As Deku, with an evil grin, said, "Golden Burst." As the Kui arrow started to convert into the body. As the arrow was dissipated, the Kui was evenly spread throughout the body, and one by one the demonic cultivators pierced with the heavenly arrow started to explode. Indra, seeing this happen, tried to stop the flow of heavenly Kui spreading through his body with his demonic Kui, but it was to no avail. And as Indra was about to die, the leader of the Devil's Court, Deku's father, Izai, appeared and stopped the flow of heavenly Kui from destroying Indra by circulating some of his own demonic Kui. As he said, "It's been a long time, son." As everyone in the USJ felt immense fear and bloodlust, one of the strongest men in the world had come. And with the defeated All Might and with the slightly exhausted Deku, there was no hope for them. "You know, son, I'm sorry. I should have never held you back. And I didn't give you heavenly techniques suited to your bloodline. But I should have known that my firstborn son would be the strongest. I can't stay much longer in this realm. Join me, son, and you can reign over this world. And once you ascend with me, we can take over the upper realms." "Never, especially since you sent assassins to kill me." "Assassins?" As Izai held a death stare towards Indra, as he turned around and said, "Well, if you change your mind, you're free to join me." As he formed the portal of demonic Kui and was walking into it, while the semi-healed Indra said, "Father, please, fully heal me. I don't have enough Kui." "No! I want you to keep those scars as a reminder of your failure and incompetence. He hasn't cultivated for years and he's still better than you." As he walked into the portal, as Indra quickly hobbled in, as everyone in the USJ sighed with relief, because if Izai really wanted to kill the remaining teachers and students, it would be like swatting a fly, because the only other group of people that could take on Deku's father were heaven cultivators, and allegedly he had killed them all off. And that is it. So if this took so long, my back's gonna be healed by 8 months, 6 to 8 months. But we're going back to normal schooling in 2 weeks, so I don't really know how many videos I can put out. But so right now I'm working on another video, and then I'm also gonna post one for Wednesday. So by the time you guys hear this should be like Monday. But yeah, remember to like and subscribe and sub. Don't be a bitch. Bye.